Hi, Yara here. Just want to give a little update. Tanya and myself, we have been doing ministry among New Agers for over 15 years, and it's been very rewarding as a ministry always. And we enjoy working with teams. This is really team ministry. But something interesting is happening in Europe, especially. We just came back from Europe in May, and we went to different countries. We spent some time in Finland, where we went to a wellness expo in central Finland. We visited Slovenia in the Balkans, and there are lots of New Agers there, and all kinds of New Age locations and centers and programs. We met some people there that used to be New Agers, and it was pretty exciting to hear about their journey to Jesus. And especially I want to mention about what's happening in Finland. I'm from Finland myself, and we usually go there every year a couple of times, and we have been there at different expos, mind, body, spirit expos, and New Age fairs. We had a really good time now in April. We went to this wellness expo and trained a whole new group of local Christians to go with us. And there were some people who came to Jesus who were not like maybe hardcore New Agers. These expos, they actually attract all kinds of people. That's why we call them spiritual seekers. But there were some hardcore New Age people as well, and some of them came to Jesus as they visited our booth. And I remember especially this one lady. She came in looking kind of like a hippie girl in her grandma clothes, kind of like in the 60s and 70s. She came in. Later, I realized that she is actually the owner of a wellness center and a retreat center, and has practiced all kinds of different healing methods and New Age stuff. But now this time, eventually, she wanted to come to Jesus and begin to follow Jesus. And so we prayed together with her, and she began to really experience something. First, she said that, well, I'm usually not that quick to just jump into things, so let me think about this thing for some time. Maybe I'll take a walk. But then we're just blessing her again, and she said, no, actually, I feel something from God. I'll follow Jesus. So she made her choice, and then I explained that Holy Spirit gives Jesus followers oftentimes also gifts like speaking in tongues. And she's like, yeah, I want that. And she began to speak in tongues. So that was pretty exciting. Another lady, she said that she began to feel kind of like a bit drunk. And she said, will this pass? Like, am I going to be like kind of like feeling drunk for some time now? And we said that, yeah, it will pass, but it's something the Holy Spirit is doing in your life right now. And so we had a good time again at one of these expos. But some people had told me maybe a half a year ago that something is happening in Finland kind of nationally among New Age people. And they sent me a link to a YouTube channel. I had a look before our trip, and there's this ex-New Age lady, young lady, who she came to Jesus, I think 2 years ago during COVID, and now she began to hear about other New Agers, even some pretty influential former New Agers who had come to Jesus as well just recently. So on her channel, she began to interview some of these ex-New Agers, and they tell their story and their journey and what happened and how they're following Jesus now. We actually had a coffee meeting with this young lady, the YouTuber Annie, in Helsinki, and we really wanted to pick her brain and find out what's happening. But it's just a sovereign move of God. God is calling people, and I'm kind of laughing about what's going on because over 14 years now we've been working hard, trying to reach these people, and there's been results. We've seen hundreds of people come to Jesus at these expos. many healings and really good experiences that people have had. But now I feel like God is showing what he can do. And so now some of these really hardcore New Age people, they're just coming to Jesus because God put a hunger in their heart. And so it's almost like with no human help, they're just coming to Jesus. And then they look for fellowship. And like Annie that we met with, actually, she was just, I think, in April, she asked to be water baptized in the Baltic Sea, in April, which is very, very cold. There's no more ice, but it's still very cold, the Baltic Sea. So they're hardcore. And it's interesting to hear how they came to Jesus and what's going on. But they do need discipleship. We realize that as well. And we talked with Annie, and we realized that she hasn't really read all the different places or books in the Bible. But this is what's happening. And I believe these are just first fruits and first signs of the move that we have been praying for, because I'm believing for another Jesus revolution, Jesus movement, Jesus freaks to actually manifest. So we will continue praying for that. But at the same time, God is calling many Christians to do something about this new mission field. I like to talk about spiritual frontiers. This is like frontier missions right here in Canada, in Western culture. And we just need to be or become missionaries among these people, because there are many of them. In Canada, I would say probably about 20% of the population are spiritual seekers. And we have many of those things that they are looking for. So let's get busy, okay?